is here. And there's the Court Street Bridge. The trail along here is really nice. They've done a nice job of making this river walk. It reminds me a little bit of being back home up north. But there's a little pavilion they have set up here. There's some archaeological sites along here that not a lot of people know about. We'll be looking at a couple of them today, not extensively, just a little bit of an overview. And here's a cool little footbridge we're coming up on that they built across a little outlet on the Saginaw River there. Pretty nice. And I really like this right here. Nice little footbridge. And then I don't know what this, the little creek goes around the whole area here called Ojibwe Island. I think this is Holland Road in the background. And as we go over the bridge, it'll circle around and we'll actually go under the bridge as we continue on. Pretty cool. As we get up here, there's something kind of interesting to see because the support that they used for the bridge is limestone, and the limestone I think probably was brought in from the thumb area, and it has chert nodules in it, and the chert nodules, the Indians that lived here at one time sought those out because it was raw material for arrowheads and spear points and felts and things of that nature. And here are some of the big pieces that they brought in to use as supports. And actually there's a chert nodule sticking out of this one right here, but there's a whole lot of it along here, so it's a pretty cool area. Here's some more. Here's a really cool piece that shows a large nodule broken in half, and you can see the concentric rings in it, and it would be that inner part that the Indians would have gone after to produce into tools. That large crucible, that's this tower, belonged to the fire department. I'm not sure if it still does or not, but never been up on top of it. I'd like to go up there sometime. But up here, let's look around, and you'll come out on the opposite side of Washington Avenue, where St. Mary's Hospital is. And at one time there was a foundry there. And there's some really cool pieces to be seen down there. That's where I got that large crucible that's been featured in a number of my videos. Time, and I have a sneaking suspicion that they actually made that crucible that I found out here on the Saginaw River too. Some more in a minute. Okay, this is where the trail comes up behind the St. Mary's, I believe it's their Heart Institute, and then you'll see in the background there a tower, or not a tower, but like a smokestack that says Saginaw down the side. That's the only thing left of the foundry that was here at one time, except some of the bric-a-brac that's laying on the banks of the river. There's the old railroad bridge. I don't know if they still use that or not. I suspect they probably do. Most of the area where I found the colored stone and stuff is underwater right now, but it was right along in here. Like there's a nice piece of green stone, and as you look along here, there's really cool area. Things, the crucible that I was talking about just a minute ago actually would be buried in underwater here right now. There's the geese. And then down here you'll see some of the red stone that I call Saginaw bloodstone, but it's not really stone. But it's really cool walking down here because you never know what you're going to see or what you're going to find. And there's the geese. I love it along here. Spring, summer, winter. Not so much, especially this past winter. But there goes one of them. I don't know if I followed him very good. It's not easy to keep stuff in the lens here. But the other ones aren't too happy with me. They're yakking at me right there. But more in a minute. See, down in here, there's a good sized piece of a crucible. I'd say probably pretty much most of it is there. Right there you see it. And then there's some more pieces here. There's one there that I think is pretty much intact if it could be dug out. And there's 4 or 5 others laying in there. It's a good sized one right there by that chunk of ice. And so there's a lot of the graphite crucibles still left out here in pieces or nearly intact. The river's moving pretty fast here. Check that ice out, how fast it's moving across the screen. But that won't be out here very much longer. For this year anyways. Thank God. This is a winter I'll never, ever, ever forget. But I'll have to take a walk down here again after all the ice is gone and where we can see more along here, because as you can see there's a lot of ice along the bank here. The last hold, the last stronghold of the ice for the winter. Okay, I'm going to go up on Washington now, and I'm going to cross Washington, and there's another site over there which is pretty cool, and we'll get there shortly. I'll be back with you. Just to give you some perspective, these are the buildings that we just walked up behind along the river. And now we're on Washington Avenue. And up here in a little bit, there's another cool site, which I like because oftentimes I find fossils and shale there. I don't really know why there's a lot of shale there, unless at one time there had been a coal mine there. Could be, not really sure. We'll find out in a minute. Let's see what I find there today. Here on the corner of Atwater Street and Washington is this cool old gas station building. Somebody's painted it up so it looks nice. This probably is about circa 1920s, 1930s, most definitely. And there's not many of them left around. Would have been really cool to see back in the day when it was in operation. Pretty neat old building. Love to see the inside of it. But and then this is it from the other direction, looking from Atwater towards Washington Avenue. Well, it doesn't look like there's going to be much to find here, or to see, because the grass is all growing up here. Well, it had to happen late last year, because in the fall when I came here, there was still a lot of bare ground, it seemed like. In that tree row back there, sometimes you find historic period artifacts going back to the 20s and so. But don't see anything laying on the ground here because it's all covered up pretty much by grass and leaves. So not much to see here, but nonetheless it's a beautiful day to go for a walk. So that's probably going to be it for now, unless I see something on my way back home. So for now, catch you later. And then there's another one over here. And we'll see what it says. Okay. This tablet marks the camp of Organization 23rd Regiment MDI from August 10th to September 18th, 1862. It must have been some of the Civil War guys, I would think.